Hello guys, and all Skibidi fans as well. Today we'll be talking about episode 15, and it was by far one of the most mysterious and eye-catching videos ever. I'm going to be going over all the Easter eggs, and I'm going to be doing the analysis on it. We'll be talking about whether or not that there are time travelers, like we're about to see in this episode, what actually happened with the Titans and what actually has happened to them and where they're actually going. And we'll also be talking about whether or not TV Woman did the naughty with Elite Cameraman. As you can see, Elite Cameraman is but inches away from TV Woman, and he is using a goddamn telescope to spy on her, even though she's a couple inches away. And we'll be talking about all this in this video, and if you guys can consider subscribing, it would help the channel out a lot. And if you can share that notification bell and like the video, it would help my channel grow a lot, and I really would like this a lot. So thank you guys, and let's get into the video. We first start off by seeing how this is on some sort of bridge where there is a battle with a Strider toilet, the police toilet, and a bunch of other ones. But one main thing that I saw that most analysis YouTubers missed was how there was actually a TV responder toilet alerting them that there was going to be TV woman in the area, as we're about to see it later on in this video. But most people didn't even notice that toilet had came by because of all the other stuff. Regardless of all of that, as we see how a poor cameraman looks above, he gets shot in the head with a spear and gets fallen to the ground. As we see, it's actually the same police Skibidi toilet from episode 65. And it's a little different because it doesn't have the same mustache or face structure, but we can know that it is the same toilet from the design. But as we look behind us, as we see him leaving, we see that there are these toilets marching towards us, about to kill us. As then we see the jackhammer drill man save us as he's going up into the sonic ball, as he's saying, you need to go this way and not that way, as he rolls into the sonic ball and rolls on, trying to protect us. We grab the spear out of the cameraman's head, and as we're running, we throw it as an explosion to some sort of explosives that actually blow up some sort of Skibidi toilets, but as we're about to see that some of them did not die. As we are hiding behind the van, a melted Skibidi toilet mutant lifts it up and reveals us, but this mutant isn't a normal toilet because it is actually the robots, and they are very, very goddamn strong because they are very resilient. But as we see, he falls to the ground and finally dies from his circuit probably overheating. But regardless of that, we actually see something pretty interesting, how the fire just completely clears a path for us as we're running by. 1 minute's there, and 1 minute's like kind of horn-like. Then, as we're getting there, we flush a toilet that we're trying to save, and we throw it at another one as we flush him as well. But then we see what looks to be the same toilet that had just previously fallen on the ground, but it is not the same one. It is just one that had similar burns. But something that I really did see that was really catching my eye in this video is this particular drill man in the green. It looks like he's trying to save us, but he can't because he is being shot in the back by other cameramen. But he throws us in a bus and pushes us over the bridge, and just the resiliency of these Skibidi toilets is insane because we are about to literally fall off this bridge, but we managed to get back on as we literally drag ourselves up from it. But like I said, there was something really interesting about this episode. There's this green drill man, as he has appeared twice in this video, and he is just a real mystery to me because I don't know who he is. He could become a main character in the series, but I really have no clue who he is. He could be a main character like how Simp Cameraman will be or how Plunger Cameraman will be, but in this instance, we don't know yet. But regardless of that, after he throws us on the off the bridge, we climb back on, but something funny happens as we see how a cameraman is running into the battlefield with a medical kit as if to help his fallen Alliance members, as we see Skibidi Toilet rushing towards some sort of protected base, as we see how we are ambushed by another Skibidi toilet, similar to the one in episode, I believe, 10, I think it was. And this one is actually ended up being killed by the nail gun man as he shoots it all into the head, as we can see right there. Then a poor Skibidi toilet actually starts to attack us, but then, as we see, he is actually about to get killed by another Skibidi, as we see right here. But we already know that it's the beloved TV woman, as we see her right now. And literally, bro has a telescope, or a telescope, looking at her as he is inches away from TV Woman. And even in the bloopers, TV Woman actually does something really funny. But real quickly, I wanted to mention how ISO Toilet is right there in the background with the face from Roblox, as he has it where he is just looking directly at us as if he has no problem with it. But guys, before we actually get to the TV Woman leaks, I thought real quickly we would start it off with this one, where the cameraman actually hands the tablet to the Professor Clockman, but something funny happens both in the actual episode and the blooper. He holds it upside down, and the drill man beside him looks at him and looks at the thing and flips it over. He's like, "Oh!" And then the cameraman directing this, he gets so angry that he starts, like, shaking. But in the real episode, it actually happens as well, where he hands it to him upside down. Then, as we see TV Woman, we actually see how ISO Toilet's actually getting mad at another cameraman for looking or messing with Speaker Woman. And I would fight this bro over Drill Woman any day if he ever decided to mess with her. But as he stops messing with the cameraman, we actually see how TV Woman teleports behind Elite Cameraman, and she, as if to say, "You were spying on me, weren't you? You're all mine." He says, "Help me," as he gets teleported away. But ISO Toilet's left there like, "Bruh," as he actually says the meme bruh, as we see how he leaves with the shocked face. But anyways, after that, as we see him running towards the base and we see Elite Cameraman, there's that same green drill man walking away. I really do think he will turn into a main character eventually, because we've seen him going up with the main Clockman as he's walking walking away from the main Clockman. I really do think he will become a main character eventually in the show. But as we're going on, we see how he hands him the tablet, as it actually does say things about the Titans. It actually, if you pause it at the right second, it says how Titan TV Man is in a secret mission, the Titan Clock Man is being repaired, Titan Drill Man is being repaired, and Titan Speaker Man and Titan Cameraman are both getting upgrades, so all Titans are actually out. As we know from episode 14 on how the Drill Man sacrificed his entire body to help the team, but it didn't go as planned. Titan TV Man still has yet to come into the show. Titan Clockman is getting upgraded and repaired because of how badly damaged he was. But after what happens in this frame, I really do think it was something to be remembered, because it left more questions than answers, as we're about to see how the time vortex looking thing of Titan Clockman powers actually start to come into play. We think how it might be him, but then we see a time looking machine as it appears out of nowhere, looking like some sort of time machine spider maybe. And as this is happening, we actually see how he just decides to kill one random Skibidi toilet with his claw very brutally. And as this is happening, he actually unveils himself, and we all think that this is the big Clockman, as he definitely has the same body and shape. But we all know that all Clockmen are actually very unique and unlike each other. But as we're about to see at the end of this episode, it is definitely not the big Clockman. He's a lot more shiny and chrome with a lot more upgrades. While I do know that this is not the big Clockman that we all know and love, I actually have a theory that none of the other analysers have. I think that it might be the brother, like half-brother, of the big Clockman from the future, because they have the exact same shape, the exact same body, the exact same tie and clothes. Or one other problem or thing that I think it might happen, I think it might just be the big clock man that has actually come from the future with a lot more repairs because his entire body might have been damaged, as we can see how he has so many more upgrades. But regardless of those two theories, we see how he starts using some sort of crazy power where his head starts spinning very fastly at supersonic speeds, and we see how he unleashes his power, which actually starts damaging the cameraman and might even have frozen us for a solid second, but we don't even notice that. And as he disappears but freezes all the Skibidi toilets around us, he just disappears back into the future. This did seem very odd to me because of how off-putting it was. I don't think that he just came here, killed one Skibidi toilet, and froze the rest. I think that maybe one of those Skibidi toilets that he killed, that one, I think that that one might have caused some collateral damage in the future, and I think that is why that they built him, to get rid of that one. As I said, this is all just a theory, and it could be all false, and I could have no clue. But that just seems like those three theories are very plausible. But as we see how they both look at the big clockman like, bro, that's you? He says, no, whatever. And then that's the end of it, as he says, as he starts thinking at the end there, he's like, we could use this to our benefit and build up one for ourselves or something like that. Also, one last thing I noticed, just for the sake of this episode, there was something right above the drill man, how it says DR camera. I really have no clue what this stands for, but if you guys do, please leave it in the comments. And this is the end of the video. If you guys can consider subscribing and maybe even joining the Discord, I do have one. It would help the channel a lot. Please like the video, share this video, and hit the bell. Thank you. Bye.